Hey everybody, welcome back to Runaway Trains. We got Drake, Nick, and I'm Joe. And today we're going to do a little layout update. Drake, he's got an engine he's going to pull out onto the line here first. What do you got there?
It's the Great Northern.
It's like a 4-axle, huh?
Yes, that's a switcher.
Something I want to point out today is we have this coaling facility over here. And it was one of those kits, and you know how sometimes you buy a kit and it comes with a base, and then you try to fit that base onto your layout and it doesn't always fit into the place where you want to put it. So we tore all the pieces off the base and kind of spread them out there so we could have, all the different buildings and parts there. And it fits nicely in this area where we're going to have these hoppers, open top, coming through here to fill with coal and stuff. And, when you get a kit and it comes with the base, don't always feel like you got to put it on the base. You might want to fit it on your layout in a spot that's bigger or smaller, thinner or wider. We love seeing all the graffiti trains out there. We kind of mocked up a couple of our own. End of train device. That's a good little gadget that they're about 20 bucks. You can find them online.
Uh-oh.
Drake, who makes the end of train device?
Bachman.
Bachman. I'm going to come down to this end of the layout. We don't really spend much time down here and talking about it and stuff. We got that car shop back there with the blue light. You can see here we've got our just plug system. And these are like little fader switches. You can turn them on and off. You can dim the lights to whatever brightness you want. We crank them all the way up right there. That's full. We want to get like that flashing blue light that you see some people have, like a welder's torch. I love that. I think that's such a great effect. Over here, I want to point out something with this little car shop. See that gap underneath? And we got a board underneath there. When you're using the Cato track, and probably the same with the Bachman track, they're higher than the Atlas track. So when you get these kits and you lay it down and you put your track in there, your train ends up hitting the roof. So you gotta elevate the buildings, and that's part of our plan here. We're gonna eventually kind of build a little, maybe like a dirt base or a grass base or something around that to sort of elevate it and make it look good. But we were never really sure if this is the permanent location for this building. I do like it down here at the end where the wall is here, where this beam is. I like having something there, and then the train kind of dead ends inside the building. I think that's a good spot for that, and we'll work on that scenery as we go. Down here, we've got a little sanding tower, and I've got further down here, a fueling station and a water tower there for steamies. So this is kind of like the yard. Again, we got a light inside of our tower there. This, I think we're gonna remove this. This was supposed to be like a coaling chute or something, and we put a light in there, but I think we're gonna end up removing that. Drake, what were we thinking about this?
That was supposed to be a coaling chute, yeah.
It was like a kit that we had, partial pieces, and we put it together, and it looked like, I don't know, functional or something, but we want to take that out of there.
Yeah, and also we wanted to take this orange.
Also,
it's for like the intermodal containers.
I think that's an old Tyco thing where you were able to lift the intermodal containers up and down off of the trains there.
And then this is our like little passenger area now, so that's going to be removed.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. As we come to the front of this little ledge here, you'll see we have just some locos that we're hanging on to. These, I love seeing the Triton and the Tex containers on the intermodal trains. And Drake wants to repaint these on the white there, so it says Triton and Tex, because those are ones that we love to see. And we love the intermodal trains. We play a game like when we're watching freight trains, or when we're out in real life and we see real freight trains, we read the names of all the containers. You know, CR England. What are some other ones, Drake? You know, of course, Triton Tex.
Pink one.
There's the pink one.
The pink one.
You see that Ocean Network
Express.
Express, and it's pink. We had a family joke that at Christmas time when somebody says, "Oh, what did you get?" We always used to say, "A pink one." And then it's kind of a silly joke we've been saying for 30 years. And now we see these pink containers that say one on it. So it's kind of ironic for us. But we always like read those. And some of our favorite ones are CR England and the Stack Train, Pacer Stack Train. You guys, if you think of any other names out there that you see all the time, go ahead and leave us a comment what your favorite containers are. This is an old Athearn Blue Box Dash 9 that we're still putting together. I've got to put the handrails on that. And anybody who's ever worked on this knows that it's pretty tedious with those little metal stanchions. And they come in the little baggie. And, you know, I'm going to do this one a little at a time. We got a little caboose project here. We got to apply like the ladders and the handrails around the ends. We just put the windows in there today and the smokestack. This UP B unit, this stopped working. We've got to troubleshoot that. I'm going to come back down here where Drake is, and maybe we'll check and see. I think, Nick, you had a project you're working on too, right?
I'm working on it's wet. Working on the station.
Nick has the station here he was painting. He wants to make it red, white, and blue and call it what?
Liberty Bell Station.
Liberty Bell Station. So we're going to finish working on that together and paint it. He's just got some fresh red paint on the roof, and then we'll go through and do all the details. And we're going to make a layout with Nick. He wants to get in the railroad hobby himself. So any buildings and things that we have lying around that he likes, we're going to use on his layout when we get that going. And we got a little derail over here.
Yeah, I got it. I'll probably swap over to passenger.
You're going to swap over to passenger. So do you mind if I swing over you guys here?
Yeah.
And show our viewers some other things that we've got going on here. Drake, what's this here?
That is a power station.
You know, a while ago, we got these towers, and we're going to put lights in them and stuff. And then for Christmas, Drake received some railroad stuff. Somebody gave him this little power station building. And then this, where did we get this kit? What was the story with this kit here, Drake?
I think we got that from the Whistle Stop.
From the Whistle Stop. And, you know, we had this idea in mind that we wanted to have like a power looking type station with the wires going up and stuff. And this actually came with like this real string there, you know, so it looks like
Wires.
actual wires. And then we'll run some of that black string up to the top of our thing. I don't think we're going to run from tower to tower all that wiring, but maybe just from here to there to kind of give it that sort of suggestion. Coming around over this way, we built where the hole is in this center and in the center over here. We built these panels that fit right in there, and they're removable. You know, we're going to build scenery on top of those, and then we'll be able to remove them when we need to get in the hole. And that was a suggestion from our friend Val over at the Whistle Stop train store in Pasadena. And we took his idea and decided to implement that here. We're kind of in the mindset that we want to get a better firehouse. This old-fashioned one is fine, but like with the modern trucks, they don't really like fit, right?
Yeah.
So you want to get more of a modern train
Fire station.
right?
Yeah.
Drake?
Because like on like the back of this, there's like a little swinging mechanism for the ladder.
Yeah, we want it to look a little more realistic or something, or a little more scale. I don't know what the word would be, but down here you can see that police car. Is that a just plug?
Yes, it's just plug.
And you can see the little terminals there. We got to get to that. That's one of our big projects that we need to do is the electrical.
Yeah.
Our Carney's back there. You know, we talk about this, the Carney's restaurant. If you've ever been to Los Angeles area, you may have seen the Carney's hot dog and hamburger stand. We visit that every once in a while. Whenever we hit a milestone in our subscribers, we kind of reward ourselves by going to Carney's. And we've got a milestone coming up. We're at 1,220 viewers or subscribers. When we get to 1,250, we're going to reward ourselves with some train wreck fries
Oh, yum.
at Carney's. I always say, like, if you guys are in the LA area, you got to check that out. Over here, we're going to build this up, kind of like we did here with our mountain scene. We're going to build like a hilltop, and we have this church that we got recently. We're going to have like a church on the hill, a churchill. And it came with this little scene. Let me see if I can get around the other side, but there's actually a bride and groom there on the stairs, and a little flower girl. It kind of tells a little story about a wedding there at the church, and I love that little scene. Anytime you can kind of tell a story visually, it's a fun way to sort of like get people interested in looking at all the details on your layout. What else is there that I might have missed, Drake? Like other details on the layout or things that we did since the last update?
That's basically everything.
That's basically it. What about this place here?
Oh yeah, the pub. That's new.
That's our Durry's, our British pub there. And you know we love to run the British trains here, and that was also a Christmas gift from our friend Anthony, right?
Oh yeah, and we also have another one too. Let me bring it out.
And we had a recent video that we posted with this cool Virginia and Truckee. This is the Reno locomotive, number 11. And this is a really beautiful train. Like, it's got like metal brass parts on it and the brass rim around the funnel and everything.
Yeah, and fun fact, this is actually being restored in real life too.
This thing runs like it's brand new. And do you want to put it on the track, Drake?
Yeah, I could just switch over the trains, right? Just gonna pick it up like this because the tender is linked to the engine. Just bring that and flip. Just kind of give it. There we go.
Just need a little tap.
Or
not. It never fails. Oh, this engine is great. It runs like a dream, and derail. Right?
I don't think it's actually derailed.
I don't think it's derailed. I think the frog, those Kato frogs, I think you need to widen them. That might be the secret. Like I get a little file and just kind of widen the frog a little bit.
Oh yeah, the train is freewheeling now. That's the bad sign. It sounds like gear.
Oh, did the gear blow out on it or something, Drake?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Are you sure about that?
Gear came disconnected.
All right. Well, we spoke a little too soon, but you know what? With these beautiful old trains, they're worth fixing them. And you know what? They're actually fixable. You can kind of fix them yourself.
See, look, if I move the wheels. But I can move it by hand. That's not a good sign.
All right. Well,
So gears came disconnected in there.
We got our next project there.
See,
All right.
That's not a good sign.
All right. Well,
But at least I could put the Reno right here.
we can put it right in the front, display it for a little while until we get to it. I'm sure our viewers won't mind seeing this beauty.
Mm-hmm. And it's a classic. It's a 440 American. Classic steamer.
All right. Well, I guess the one last thing we wanted to talk about was over here. Drake got this station. Tell me about that, Drake. What is that over there?
That's a Farquhar station from Thomas.
And I see there's a bus sitting there next to it. What is that bus?
That's Birdie the bus.
Birdie the bus. Any of you Thomas and Friends fans out there will recognize what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take that, we're going to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic by painting it. And what else did they do? We saw somebody else took one of these and sort of modernized it.
Yeah, just by painting it.
By painting it, and maybe that that riser that's in the front looks a little plasticky. And we just want to kind of get rid of the plastic look, make it look a little bit more realistic. And one last little plug here for Thomas and Friends, come on everybody. We want to thank you guys for watching our channel. It's a new year, it's 2026, and we haven't done a layout update in a while. We just want to say we appreciate all of you subscribers. Thank you for coming back and leaving comments. And we'll see you on the next run, right, guys?
Yes.
Thanks for watching Runaway Trains. We'll see you on the next run.